Good news for home buyers.
We have some promising data that's showing that things might be getting a little better, is better, but might be getting even better. We're going to get in all the data, but to put all that into context, let's talk a little bit about what's happening for a local real estate agent. Tell us what kind of people are buying homes right now. There's been a lot of sales I know going through lately.
Yes, we have been very busy. There is a lot of families moving to the area. In order for their children to attend school, they had to be here by a certain time. So by the end of summer, right? Well, actually, school here starts August 10th. So they had to be in town and all settled a week at least or 2 weeks before to be able to enroll their kids in school. Summer is typically the slow time in real estate in Florida, but with the market conditions changing, there's a lot of families that actually made the move in summer because they needed to be here before the new school.
Is that the majority of the people that you've been working with lately has been families, or has it been like retirees?
It's been a mix.
Who else? Yeah, so like what percentage would you say?
I would say around 30%. So still quite a bit of retirees, but also younger people. So I would say between 30 to 50%. So maybe not families, but on the younger side. So not quite ready to retire.
Gotcha. So just under retirement age.
Yes.
And inventory, how's that looking right now for you on a personal basis before we get into the data?
It really depends. Some homes are sitting on the market, so that's helping, build up inventory, but some homes do sell very quickly still. Really a mix and depends on where the home is located, the size of it, that has a lot to do with it, but overall, I would say inventory is trending up.
Okay, and prices, what's that looking like? Number one, in terms of just like overall, are the prices kind of stable in your opinion? And number two, is there opportunity to get deals?
Yes.
Compared to the list price or what anyways?
Yes. On some homes, again, there are some homes that are still very popular in popular neighborhoods that are going to go for at least the asking price. I think we're pretty much done with the above asking price or home selling above asking. But there are some that, especially if you're not in a hurry to move down here, you could find a new construction home that's almost finished or maybe will be completed within 2 to 3 months. So you can get a deal on that. Homes that have been on the market for a little while as well, you can get a deal on. Probably not a home that has only been on the market for like a week or two, just because a lot of times sellers do receive offers, but if they're too low, they rather sit on the market.
Are we seeing a lot of cash? Are we seeing a lot of financing? What kind of stuff are we seeing for that?
We're seeing a lot of cash, but not cash deals. So a lot of down payment and big down payments for that matter. But I wouldn't say it's all cash like it was in the previous years. It is quite a bit of cash again. For a little while, there was a lot more financing, lesser down payments. But right now, at least in the summer, there was a lot of financing with big down payments.
And so here's the big question, I think, for most people that are looking to buy a home. Couple things. What's the experience like for people that are looking to buy? Is there, a lot to pick from, a lot out there? And then also, is there like the bidding wars? Is there, people waiving inspections and all that kind of stuff's going on yet?
So there is a lot to pick from if you're open-minded and if you're open to the areas. So like if you're like, no, I have to get in this neighborhood, then there might not be a lot of options. But if you're open to, say, Venice as a whole, or either Venice, Englewood, Northport, then you have a lot more to pick from. And no, there are not. The bidding wars, I think we're done with. I mean, there are some homes that do receive multiple offers, but basically the seller just picks whatever offer is more convenient to them. And the inspections, in my experience, I would say probably like a 7 to 10 day inspection is what we're seeing. Not waiving inspections anymore. Some people still do, especially investors, like if you're planning to renovate the home, what's the point of having an inspection if you're going to gut it anyway?
And basically same question, but for sellers, what's it looking like for sellers right now? What's the opportunity? What should they expect?
It really depends. If you want to sell quickly, I would say price according to the market conditions. Don't go too high because you're going to sit on the market for a while. Also, there is inventory building up, but if your home's located in a popular neighborhood, your home is probably going to sell pretty quickly. Just expect to be sitting on the market, I would say at least a week or two, unless your home is that special, which I know, like as a homeowner, we all think our home is very special, right? It might sit for a little while, but again, we do have inventory building up, but it's not in a healthy market yet.
And let's dig into the data.
Let's do it.
So new listings, as you can see, has been trending down, but that might look bad if you're like, wait, we're talking about building inventory. Wait a second, we'll get to that. We're doing okay, trust me. Pending sales is also kind of down, somewhat flat. It's very much mimicking last year, really, sort of trending down. So that kind of shows you a little bit, okay, there's less listings, but there are also less homes selling. So it is a good thing. Off market on 2 weeks, like in 2 weeks, like you said, with the, cash sales, similar. Looks like it is going down a little bit less though than clearly less than it was in 2021 and 2023.
Yes.
Let's jump up a little bit. New listing median price, somewhat flat, a little bit lower than, let's say, the beginning of the year and the end of last year. And month over month, though, it's pretty flat. Compared to last year, up a little bit. But median sale price looks like we're seeing a little trend down, at least at the moment. We've been seeing this kind of wave going up and down the whole last year. Again, it is a little bit down overall to this same time last year. So probably a good thing for buyers right there. This one is the one that's contributing to, again, the good signal for buyers. Median days on market is on the rise. We're hovering right around 30. It's at 33.1, which is, as you can see, astronomically higher than last year. The last time it was close to this high was early 2021. That's a really, really good sign that, okay, places are sitting a little longer. I think the interest rates obviously have a lot to do with that. And people aren't going to just go buy a place, and get locked into a higher interest rate when they're sitting at sub 4%, number one. And then number two, if it's not like checking all the boxes and they feel like it's a good price and all that, like people are just willing to sit.
If you have to downsize because of the interest rate to be at close to your monthly payment that you are if you do have an interest rate that's lower than 4%.
Yeah, I think it's just that the interest rates has really changed the dynamic for the time being. And I think there's a big takeaway to get from this that we'll get to at the very end of the video. Price drops, that is relatively flat. And I think a lot of it's because people are probably pricing a little more appropriately. Yeah. Towards the beginning of the interest rate hikes, we saw a lot of people trying to still get that last ditch effort of putting these crazy prices out.
And the other thing too is they're pricing accordingly, but also since they're sitting on the market a little bit longer, now you have the opportunity to send an offer that's lower than the listing price. So sellers are very aware of that now.
Months of supply. So this is one of the big ones, probably the biggest, I think. And as you can see, it looks like we're on a pretty good trend up, kind of like we were about the same time last year. So we'll see how that plays out. It is, higher than last year, which again is a good thing. And hopefully that will continue up a little bit higher. I mean, towards the beginning of this year, things were looking pretty good. We were sitting at 24 weeks of supply, which is almost a healthy market, for a balanced market anyways. Hopefully this can continue to trend up. Things will look better for buyers. Right now we're at 14.6 weeks. So that's a little over about 2.5 months-ish. Or 3.5 months. Another key one to look at, average sale to list ratio. So going back to what she said, the opportunity to get a deal. Right now we're sitting at 0.97288. So, 97% of what the asking price is usually what it's gonna end up selling for. So good to know. And I think the takeaway from all this is, like we said, a lot of the market right now is being driven by the interest rates, right? A lot of people don't want to list their homes, but inventory is building. Once we see interest rates going down, we might see more people listing and inventory shoot up a little bit more, but I think we're also going to see a lot of people pouncing to buy. Yes. And that's why this might be the better time to buy, because now maybe you can get a little bit better deal on the actual cost of the home and then refinance in a year, which, most people are predicting that rates will go down towards the end of this year or the beginning of next year.
Yes, I would say if you are able to afford it, if you're able to afford paying that higher interest rate for about a year or so, it is a great time for you to buy.
And just to be safe, maybe plan on being able to pay it 2-3 years. You don't want to
right, yeah.
So get locked in
that
you can't actually afford.
Yeah, and once interest rates do come down, you can refinance, but you're not putting yourself in a bad spot by going in, stretching your budget and interest rates don't come down for another 2 years. You don't want to do that. If you're looking to buy or sell a home in the area, make sure to call, text, or email us. I am a local realtor here, 941-221-1897.
Call or text anytime, whether you're looking to move in the next few days or the next few months. We'll always have your back. We hear from people all the time, and we love it.
To catch the newest market update, make sure to subscribe and turn all notifications on and
live breezy.